Richer than I ever been. The richest that I ever been. The richest that I ever been. Richer than I ever been.
So my question is for, we talked a little bit about protection and, keeping everybody accountable. So, obviously, you guys get your deals and you want to turn them around as fast as possible, but you want to do it the right way. So I know we spoke about it and you got some ideas and incentives that you kind of give, your core for your employees to make sure everybody's in order. But can you talk to the guys just about, what things contractually you put in place as you get a deal and, you're working with your contractor or your property manager to incentivize them. So, hey, we want to keep this, limit vacancies or, I want this job to be done realistically at this point. And, if we get to this point and you're past that, how does that affect you and the way you get paid? And, just talk about like, protection and timelines, timetables.
Yeah, I would say a big thing, especially when dealing with contractors, is there ain't no handshake agreements. Get it in writing, the timeline and the expectations. And I'm telling you this from experience. Luckily, it was with my personal house, so like it wasn't an investment property. It took longer. I was pissed, but it taught me a valuable lesson because I had a contractor, started working with him. It was supposed to be a $350,000 renovation. I'm gutting. It was my long-term home, gutting the whole house, redoing the backyard. 6 months renovation, 350, and it ended up costing dang near double that. It took like almost a year, and I was, pissed, rightfully so. But I'm like, man, like it taught me a really good lesson on like we had this plan, and he said he was going to do it in 6 months or less, and it was going to cost this amount, but I didn't make him do anything, put anything in writing. So as it wasn't happening, I'm pressing this line, but stuff still wasn't moving. It still wasn't happening. So I learned quick. I'm like, you know what? Next time I want a timeline. Like, hey, there's going to be phases, and if you don't hit these certain phases, then your pay is going to be getting docked. You're not getting the next phase. So where now you're incentivized to be on time and on schedule, and then to make sure I'm never overpaying more than I expected. I make them sign a contract to where now, all right, this is the budget. And if we're going above the budget at all in any of the phases of the rehab, then now he has to come and say, okay, now it's a change order. So now, all right, this is what I was knocking down this wall and there was a pipe we didn't expect. I need a change order for this and that. I might approve that, but he can't just up the price and for no reason without me knowing, and all of a sudden I'm paying way more. So I would say have a contract in place on your budget and your timeline when dealing with a contractor. And that, I mean, it's not going to alleviate everything. Contractors are a headache to deal with if you're going to do a renovation project, but that would solve a lot of issues and give you some framework to protect yourself.